Hello there, YouTube. My name is Ruiki, and I present to you my version of the Round 25 Gauntlet, which is simple in its name. Just survive 25 rounds of zombies and you beat the challenge. That being said, I will talk about the maps in terms of gameplay / pacing, and the difficulty of each map from World at War to Black Ops 3, and try to minimize rambling going forward. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off World at War, we have Nacht der Untoten, the very first map of Call of Duty Zombies, and it's a small bunker. This map is very limited in content and spacing, as you only have 3 rooms, a couple of walleyes, and the mystery box who spits out random weapons that may or may not last you a little longer. In Nacht, the pacing is quite slow in the first 4 rounds, since zombies spawn far away from the barriers, and that makes looking for them a bit more tedious. The pace will then quicken after round 5. The difficulty in this map, in my opinion, is right in the middle of the 4 maps in this game. While this map is very bare bones and lacking the other things introduced in the future maps, it's not impossible. The zombies' AI responds a bit differently compared to the other maps, as they only swipe you once you stop moving, so you'll only die once you're cornered. Another reason being are how much zombies spawn. After round 5, which is the first round where 24 zombies spawn, the counter caps at 24 for the rest of the game, so that makes the experience a lot less intimidating and more manageable. The strategy I used was to gather the horde and shoot them with a Thompson to weaken them, run away, then use the MG42 to finish them off. Then rinse and repeat. The strategy is surprisingly good because it got me over to round 30, so pretty effective, but not the most effective thing. But hey, it's pretty effective speedrunning tool. With that, to close off the very first map, Nacht der Untoten, I'll rank this in the medium tier. Coming after Nacht, we have Verrucht. This map introduced a lot of important things, such as the 4 perks, which will aid your survival. Juggernaut increases your health, or your health regeneration in this game. Speed Cola quickens your reload speed. Double tapping makes your rate of fire faster for every weapon you use. And Quick Revive revives your teammates twice the speed, but is ultimately useless in solo. Even though you are granted needed buffs when purchasing these bioengineered drinks, zombies are also have their fair share of their buffs. They spawn much closer to the barriers, for the most part anyway, and are much more aggressive. Sometimes the zombies sprint crazy fast after round 7. This is a bigger map, but is more tight and narrow, which only makes it more difficult than the previous map and can be overwhelming at times. The strategy I used was to camp in the kitchen with bouncing betties after power was on, and stayed there until round 15 ideally, but ended up camping there until round 24. I then finished it off by hoarding the zombies to lure them by the trap near double tap, and turn it on, ending the round. The trap method is a great but risky strategy to do, and it's also nice to see a fast-paced map go by even faster as the round 24 cap solo remains. It's still an issue though, but it's really fun for speedrunning. And with that, I will rank Verrucht in the hard tier. Coming up next, we have Shino Numa. I'll knock this out of the way to say that this map is the easiest of the World at War maps. You can hoard zombies outside of the building, which has a lot more space than ever before. Not only that, but you also have a new wonder weapon called the Wunderwaffe DG2. Okay, now this thing is able to eliminate 10 zombies in a row via chain of electricity. Now, as the round cap glitch is still present, this means you can end a full horde within 3 shots. And I think that's already easy. You have the Hounds, which will spawn a max ammo after you end their round. So that technically means you have an infinite amount of ammo once you get it. The strategy I used was very simple, almost in an almost brain dead way, and that is to hoard them up and use the Wonder Waffle. That's it. And with that, I will rank Shinonuma, or the Swamp of Death, at the easiest tier. Coming up next is the final map of World at War Zombies, and that is Durice, or the Giant in German. I believe that this map is the hardest map to high round, with the main reason being the 24 zombies glitch has now been patched, so instead of 24 zombies in round 5 and onward, you have 27 zombies on the same round, and continually more after round 5, which will be reworked in Black Ops 1, don't worry. The pacing is a bit more steady than the maps before, as it's not as fast as Brute and Shinonuma, but certainly not as slow as Nocturne Toten. That this map is right in the middle, or this map season right in the middle. It does get a bit more hectic when the dogs spawn alongside the zombies though. The strat is simple, just camp at the catwalk and unload your mags to the horde, and some moving around here and there, as this is the classic style on this map. And with that, I will rank Durice in the hard tier. Starting off Black Ops 1 Zombies, we have Kino der Toten. This map is easy, with the amount of content being similar to Durice, but also having some similarity to Shinonuma, as you're able to train in a bit more areas than the previous map. The pacing is steady, as each round you are a door closer to get the power on. After you do, the Nova 6 piggies start to spawn, adding a bit of challenge to the map, alongside returning the dog rounds. The wonder weapon is also a great one, and that is the Thunder Gun. The Thunder Gun can blow away a whole horde with a push of a button, which makes it a very safe weapon to use. The only flaws of the wonder weapon is that the ammo is not great, and it can't produce drops, at least in Black Ops 1. The strategy I used was to hoard the zombies around the stage without the Thunder Gun, which is more difficult but manageable if you can aim headshots. Another strategy is treading around the alleyway, but I honestly prefer the stage due to it being slower and you can take your time a bit more to plan your attacks. So with that, I will rank Kino der Toten, or Theater of the Dead, in the easy tier. Coming up next, we have 5, and I'll start by saying that this map is a unique one in general, not only in aesthetics, but also with the setup. The early rounds are such a struggle due to the less beginner-friendly layout, with not having much ammo on wall guns such as the MPL, the MP5K, and the PM63 being the main wall buys. Yeah, you're not gonna last 2 rounds with them at all. And it becomes annoying, if I'm honest. Oh right, and you also have the crazy guy who lunges at you when and he takes your guns, and that's fun. The map, to me, feels like it's rigged against you in the first 8 rounds, which can make things frustrating in the progress. Also, there's not much training space. The only space of training you can do is the war room, maybe, if you're skilled enough, up the stairs. Well, that's my strat at least. Laying that out, I think this map is a stark contrast to Kino de Toten, while having a similar amount of content. Even the Winter's Howl contrasts the Thunder Gun in terms of it being effective. It's short for saying, the Winter's Howl sucks. The strategy I use was to get the Mustang and Sally's alongside the baby Rhino AK. I like to say Rhino, sorry. Which works pretty well as you can kill the Pentagon Thief with the dual explosive pistols. And with that, I will rank 5 as hardest. Coming up next, we have Ascension, the first space-themed map. Ascension is a map like nothing before, not only for it being bigger, but having so much space you can hoard zombies in is not even a joke. From the spawn area to Lunar Lander, around PhD Flopper, the launcher pad near Pack Punch, and also the Salmon Up area is also a good fast training room, training area. Knowing this, the difficulty is quite easy to say the least, with a steady pacing despite the map's size. The only big, or should I say small, challenges are the space monkeys, who try to snatch your perks away with their tiny little monkey paws. As the rounds increase, they get pretty tanky, and you will have no other choice but to 2-tap them with your Thunder Gun. Yes, I'm not joking, I wish I was, but that's the truth. The strat is to hoard them up and blow them away with the Thunder Gun, or just train them up in general. That's really it. And with that, I'll rank this map in the very easy tier. Coming up next, we have Call of the Dead, the first cold map of zombies. I think this map is the opposite of Ascension, as you only have one good training spot in the map, which is in front of the lighthouse. The map also has a lot of choke points, as zombies can now spawn from the ground, which makes getting trapped a lot easier. The boss zombie is also a contrast as well. While the monkeys momentarily spawn in their own round, now does this guy do the same? No. In fact, he stays around the whole entire game, slowly making his way towards you, which screws up the pacing to an already slow and steady map. Ugh. This guy can also increase the movement speed of the zombies by just screaming really loud at round 7. Oh boy, that's fun. When George is in your horde, you better hope to not get a single bullet on him, or let him strike you with this director axe. I'm pretty sure it's a camera, but whatever. Because when that happens, he chases you really quickly, which can make things even more difficult once you don't know that. Yeah, that sucks. You can make him go away by depleting his 60,000 health, which is the equivalent of around 63 zombie, I think. But it isn't worth it in the long run as he spawns the very next round. This guy is such a hassle to deal with, but at least you can avoid him for a short time. The weapons I used were the baby AK and the Mustang Sally combo, and it worked as you expected. And with that, I'll rank this map in the hard tier. Coming up next, we have the exotic jungle map Shangri-La. This map is very close quarters, and that already makes training difficult alongside the tunnel spawns being able to trap you if you're not careful. You can only train the horde if you want to do an all-around train, which is running away from them to form a zombie trail and eliminate them quickly. You also have monkeys stealing your power-ups and love to smack you for some reason. I have no idea why they smack you. Oh, and how could I forget the new exotic boss zombies? Yes. Which one is your favorite? The one that likes to blow your eardrums out, or the tankier one imitating Human Torch as he slowly walks his way towards you? To do what? To initiate his self-destruct sequence. Yes, this map has no mercy at all. The strategy I used was to use the baby gun, or as I like to say, the shrink ray. The one weapon can shrink a trail of zombies, turning them into babies, including the two boss zombies too. When that happens, just run over them and see them fall. It's a great strategy to use, and I personally recommend it. Unless if you want to use the Mustang and Sally's near the minecart, but that's a risky method. I know because I've tried that route. And with that, I'll rank Shangri-La in the very hard tier. Coming up next, we have Moon, which is the most chaotic map in this game. There's so many things being thrown at you, from the cosmonaut randomly spawning, taking your jug as he grabs you, to the excavators coming down to buzzsaw either the tunnels or the biodome, and even the greasy, gassy pig crawlers returning in the lab, which sucks. No, they are fun bosses, but they suck. The pacing is still steady, but really slow, as Moon is the biggest map to this point. It can be such a drag moving around to set up because you have to teleport to the Riven Station twice to either get Jug or Speed Cola. After power is turned on, you can stop the excavator by acquiring the hacker, which does so much. For this map, it's almost broken. Now, the difficulty isn't really that hard in my eyes, because once you remove all the random stuff happening, it becomes a bit easier, so it is more manageable. Annoying, but manageable. The area I trained in was the stamina area in Tunnel 11, and alongside the hacker and PG flopper and all that jazz. But yeah, the strategy, I'm pretty sure there's multiple strategies, but this is the one that I like to use because it's fast and you can kill zombies really fast. So yeah, just a heads up. So to end off Black Ops 1 Zombies, I rank Moon in the medium tier. We are now in Black Ops 2 Zombies, and we're starting this game off with Nuketown. This map is the size of World at War map, but has the content of a Black Ops 1 map. The pacing is quite quick, with the rounds passing by so quick that you don't notice. And the reason why you don't notice is because you're focusing on surviving this close quarters map that almost exclusively have ground spawns. And some of them can need to pass the picket fences to get to you, but most of them don't. With no barriers, this keeps you on your toes and on edge to getting double swiped quickly if you're not careful, as the horde emerges even faster than usual. The interesting thing in this map are the random perk drops. After a certain round or a certain time, perk drops at a random spot, which can change things up for every game you play. So in one game, the Greshberg Juggernaut can spawn or drop, as you say, either on round 4 or 5 or round 10, and then another game it can drop in the late teens, like round 16, round 18 to like round 22 or 23 or 24 sometimes. This makes an already difficult map even more difficult. Plus, on round 25, the zombie's eye color changes from amber to blue, and that's just cool. The strategy I use is just to train the zombies in the backyards, doesn't matter each one, with enough knowledge on how the zombies spawn, you'll do pretty fine. And that's basically it. Just aim for the head as much as possible and try to clear out the horde. And just survive as long as you can until Jug comes in or another important bird comes in. That's basically it. So, to end off Nuketown, I'll rank this map on the hard tier list. Coming up next, we have Transit. I will begin to say that this map is huge. It's so huge that the places have their own survival maps, which the best area being town, even though there are no guns in the vanilla map. The diner is okay in training, and so is farming. But the power station takes the cake in my opinion because of the good camping spots it has. The pacing is really slow since Transit is a huge map and it's easy to get lost in when you're walking to the fog. And since Ted is a douche, you have to pick your poison. Either go through the fog and deal with the denizens while maybe getting lost as you waste ammo, or deal with an unreliable bus driver who doesn't care about you and will leave you in a heartbeat, or stall for the zombie to trap you inside. Two of those scenarios make the map more difficult and tedious than it needs to be at times. Also, Avogadro sometimes spawn to make you more miserable by shocking you, but it's manageable to deal with by knifing him, and he's still annoying though. Back to it. It's honestly quite a chore, but not impossible. You can break the game by using a bank or investing in a wall weapon, like I usually do, which is much cheaper than spamming the box. Plus, if you want to visit Pack Punch, be sure to get a new turbine to place at the power station, because if you don't, it will break every single time. It happened to me so much without me knowing it. The strategy I used was to just camp in the bus and just adapt into the different places. Yeah, there we go. Adapt into different places, because I see Transit as a adventure map, like you're going on a trip, going to different locations, and you just kill zombies, and it's just a fun method for me. But yeah, that's basically it. And with the weapons I used were the Baby AK and the MTAR. But that's it. And with that, I'll rank Transit on medium. Coming up next, we have Die Rise, the skyscraper map of Black Ops 2. I must say that this map can be quite challenging in some parts, especially in the tight areas. It can also be frustrating due to the occasional great falls of death. Ugh, falls of death. However, they are great spots for training and camping, with the obvious spots being the roof and the bottom tower where the powerful assault rifle is located. The pacing is a bit faster this time around, though the elevators is a cool concept. For perks and Pack-a-Punch, it can drag on waiting for one of them to arrive at your level. And with Pat being movable, you better hope to God do not lose your weapon once your Pat beats. Because that happens sometimes and it sucks. There are more buildables, which can make moving around a lot easier. Plus, we have a new wonder weapon. Say hello to the Sligwify. With just one shot from the goo gun, it can kill hordes of zombies within seconds. Just be sure to not slip and fall to a nearby ledge when using it. My strategy was to find a place to camp, and that place is the roof or even the bottom tower using the goo gun, the A94, and the SVU. Such a very, very balanced combo, isn't it? Oh yeah, and this map also introduced the most broken wall guns in the quadrilogy, the AN-94 and the SVU, with both guns being very, very effective, and for having lots of ammo. And with that, I'll rank Die Rise in the medium tier. Coming up next, we have Mob of the Dead, a quite interesting map made by Jason Blundell, the Black Ops 2 campaign dev. Mob is mostly a tight map with not much space for training zombies, as it's set in a prison, so it should be expected. The pacing is quite slow, but in this case feels more like a book, with each round feeling like a new chapter by going into different rooms and shocking things as a ghost and collecting plane parts for Pack-a-Punch and that of the like. Around 8, a new zombie spawns, and that is, I don't think he's a zombie, but whatever, Brutus. This crazy warden likes to lock every usable thing and gives you trouble if you're not careful. But he's easy to deal with compared to a future map. Adding all of that up, Mob is not only a complex but difficult map. Though being difficult, you can still dominate this map by mainly using the wonder weapon, the Blundergat. This powerful shotgun can make a horde disappear with only 2 shots. And I'm not joking, it can, and has a lot of ammo in reserve, which is just insane for a shotgun. One of the best shotguns in the game, oh my goodness. The strategy I used was to go to the Golden Gate Bridge using the AK and the sweeper occasionally. The only drawback is that Brutus spawns here more times than one. He spawns a lot more often, but it's still manageable. And with that, I will rank this map on the hard tier. Coming up next, we have Jimmy Zielinski's final map, and that is Buried. This map is truly unique, as you have more control than most zombies maps by choosing where to draw your wall buys, to using the very broken bank, and by using a giant as a bodyguard / helper for anything you ask him to. Keeping the box still, to building parts, to breaking debris, and even holding off the last zombie or a crawler. He can even fight alongside you, and that's already crazy enough. You're able to control the pacing to whatever you want, which was always a thing in Black Ops 2's Victus maps, but it's a bit more noticeable and varied, as you're able to pack-punch your weapons on round 1, especially on this map, which is insane and busted if you think about it. You can literally stand on top of the bank and be content with just Jug and Vulturade. I'm not even joking. Though my strategy was just camping at Jug with the AN-94, the Raygun Mark II, and SVU. A totally balanced loadout. Obviously not. But it is great for camping, and the perfect place for rapid sniping. And with that, I will rank the sandbox of Black Ops 2 Zombies in the very easy tier. Next up we have is Origins, the final map of Black Ops 2. This map is like Moon. It is a huge map in terms of size, but it doesn't start that way. In the early rounds, you turn on the 3 generators one by one while navigating the narrow trenches, being careful to not get windmilled by one zombie. Then, when you open the excavation site, the map opens up and the pacing will slow down a bit more. If you want to get a staff, you have to have a good amount of knowledge to upgrade one, and to collect all the parts to get one, which can be tedious at times. Now, if that's taxing enough, get this: the Panzer, yes, the Panzer Soldat boss zombie, spawns around 8, and he's even tankier than Brutus. If you're not careful, he can pull you with this hook for barbecue. Barbecue. It is overwhelming for some, but with enough studying, you can get a staff before round 8 or just have Mauser like I usually do. Now, the strategy I use is to go around the excavation half of the map and just keep shooting. Zombies while moving around. We using the Galil, half Mauser, and MP4, which isn't my usual forte, but meh. And with that, I'll rank Origins at the hard tier. Starting off Black Ops 3, we have Shadows of Evil. This map actually feels closer to Mob of the Dead, but with more space. Even the beast mode plays similarly to Mob of the Dead's Afterlife system, but more balanced. And the pacing feels a lot like the Alcatraz prison from Black Ops 2. Though I will say Shadows of Evil is complex, but it's not as hard as Mob due to the city having more breathing room. And maybe just a little bit bigger too. Yeah, maybe a bit more bigger. Maybe it is bigger. You have Margwas, parasites, and the terrifying meatballs spawning occasionally, but they're not super hard to kill. Alongside the Panzer, the Margwa is my favorite boss in zombies. That's my opinion though. The strategy I used was running around the map while killing zombies with the PATKN-44 and LCAR-9. But a good place to go is the subway for sure. And with that, I rank Shadows of Evil on hard. Coming up next, we have The Giant, which is the same map as Dury's, but with different lore and different characters. Instead of the Ultimate crew, we have the Premise crew we've gotten from Origins. That's basically it. Everything else is the same as the original, but easier. Why, you may ask? The weapon pool. The Black Ops 3 weapons are really good. They're some of the best weapons out of the quadrilogy. Not only the bad guns are actually pretty good, like the Shiva, the Pharaoh. Those guns suck, but they're actually pretty decent. But you also have the ability to double pack a punch your guns. So that means, if you don't know how they work, whenever you shoot zombies enough, a certain element kicks in, and when that happens, the element just kills zombies for you, and or makes your life a bit easier. So technically speaking, you have a wonder weapon whenever you double pack a bunch of guns. This makes the mystery box obsolete, and it's only good for getting wonder weapons and cool guns to use, like the PPSH and whatnot. But the box itself, it's kind of obsolete, like I said again, because of that reason. And wow, that kind of sucks. And with that, I will rank the Giant on easy. Coming up next, we have the Horizon Drag. This snowy map is similar to Origins but more polished, in a surface level anyway. The pacing is pretty fast, since you don't need to go to a pocket dimension to upgrade a weapon, or should I say wonder bows, or, you know, because they're a thing in this map. Just go around the map once and that's basically it. The Panzer spawns around 12 instead of 8, which gives players more time to get set up and relax for a bit as well. The strategy I used was to train in the courtyard with the decent wall guns. There's also more space to train around, and my favorite bow, the Wolf Bow, while using Mule-Kick, and alternate when ammo is low, which is pretty fun in my opinion. And with that, I rank DE on easy. Coming up next, we have Zetsubo no Shima, the Island of Despair. This map's pacing is slow for Black Ops 3 zombies, as you collect a lot of things needed to play. It's actually similar to Origins on that front, and there's a lot to do. The Thrashers can be annoying due to how much they spawn from mutated zombies, which is unlike most of the zombies so far, and the spiders are annoying too, but they're not really all that difficult. There really isn't much difficult stuff, it's just setting up can be quite tedious, it can take a while. I think for you to even get set up, you have to do parts of the Easter egg to get set up, which, yeah, it's kind of weird. There are training spots, but you have to get a shotgun upgraded or the KT4 or the Masamune to really train because of the many choke spots this map has for training. But, you know, it's still possible. You just need to get a strong gun. The one I did was just outside the bunker by using the one weapon, the ICR, and the Vesper, which works pretty well. And with that, I will rank Zetsubo no Shima, or ZNS, in medium. Next up, we have the Dragon map, Gora Gorobi. This map has a lot going on with its absolute chaos that I'm wondering if it would be a Black Ops 1 mod map, or a modded one at least, because it's so similar to that. You got dragons raining fire in certain places of the map, extra zombies from the Golf module, the large Valkyrie drones that zap you and can block your way sometimes, especially through doorways. Oh, right, and you have the Russian Mangler, which is functionally works like Brutus. With so much going on, this might be the most difficult map of Black Ops 3, with this pacing being even faster than the other maps. Even though it is crazy, you can get equipment like the Gauntlet of Sacred, the Guard of Fafnir, which is the shield, and the Dragon Strike controller to make things a bit easier. The strategy used for this map was to arm up and camp at the ledges of the Dragon Station, using the Raygun Mark III and protecting its rack. It's actually quite fun, and the Raygun Mark III is a great camping weapon, which is different compared to the other two ray guns. And with that, I will rank Gora Gorobi at hard. And finally, after Gorod Krovi, we have Revelations. I'm just gonna say this. This map is not hard at all. Why do you ask? Because there's too many good weapons in this map. You have the Thunder Gun, the Apothicon Servant, the Rifty 9, the Banshee, the Ragnarok DG4, and Little Arnie's from the box. And yes, that's actually a thing. Like Gorod Krovi, this map also moves super fast due to so much happening with the boss zombies. You have the Margwas and their elemental variants, the Panzers shooting shock charges at you, the parasites that act like bats but are just ugly, annoying versions of them, the Furies, and then you have the Keepers, and then the spiders that come alongside the zombies, which can be quite hectic when all of them spawn at once. Just be sure to not have the Furies crash your game, but it's whatever. I did 2 runs on this. The first was doing it with a friend, and we both were training zombies in the spawn area, with me taking one side and the other person taking the other. And the other run was on solo while wearing the masks. Plus you have the masks. Oh man, I forgot about this. Oh man, they're another layer of being broken. Okay, most of the masks allow you to take another hit from zombies. So that means you can take 4 hits without Jug and 6 hits with Jug, except the Wolf Mask, with reducing damage for certain enemies and increasing the sprint duration too. And then you have the God Mask, which is the most powerful mask of all of them, and you can take way less damage from everything around you and deal more damage to your enemies. And with Jug, you can take 10 hits while wearing this thing. 10. I call that insane or what? And with that, there's in terms of training, there's many areas to train on, with the biggest one being in the acid, being inside the monster's stomach or in the spawn room. Those are like the biggest ones that I've seen, but that's about it. And with that, I will rank Revelations at very easy. Alright, here's a tier list to all of the 22 zombies maps, and feel free to talk about your thoughts on where the tiers should be put on. And with that, I should probably stick around and do one more thing. This here's good. Alright, so for starters, I like to give a shout out to NC Blue and the Human, codename, for participating the Round 25 Gauntlet Challenge Black Ops 3. It was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun run, and thank you guys for your support. And 2, I am not doing Black Ops 4 because this video is already long enough. And I also have no interest in playing Black Ops 4 whatsoever. Not at all. And 3, I wanted to do a redo for the whole Gauntlet thing, is because my videos before were really long and had lots of rambling, which is just a thing because I like talking. I kind of cringed at it. I mean, it's kind of funny to me, at least a little bit, but some of them are just way too long, like 52 minutes and over an hour. Yeah, that's way too long. So I wanted to abridge it and give myself a laser pointer so I can keep the pacing steady and not be off track. So yeah, that's basically it. And with that, thank you guys for watching. If even if you watched a little slice of the video, which I understand because it's a long video and you guys have lives, so can't blame you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.